Welcome back to Wash Talk, the Carwash Podcast. I'm your host, Rich DiPaolo, and joining me today is Austin Esecson, co-founder and CEO of Rinsed. So great to see you today, Austin. Thanks for taking some time to do this podcast with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Rich. Good to talk.
Yeah, for sure. So we posted a press release, as you know, Austin, in late April 2023 on Rinsed. Congratulations on that exciting news. The company announced a $20 million Series B financing from VMG Technology. Again, congratulations on that news. And I did want to catch up with you a little bit about that and how your company plans to build out Rinsed here. But first, why don't we start off with a little bit of company background, Austin? How did you and your partner first become interested in the car wash market? And what have you learned in your time in the industry so far?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started Rinsed coming up on 4 years ago. Prior to that, I was in private equity and looked at a couple operators, got to meet some really strong operators, and was just really impressed by this transition to subscription and what it was doing for the industry. Felt like we were still in the very early innings there, that this was the direction that the industry was going over the next 10 years, and got really excited about that and wanted to be a part of it. But in talking to them and trying to understand their business, kind of kept running into some of the same limitations they were having around how do you manage a subscription business with tools that are excellent for what happens in the driveway, but didn't give you a lot of visibility into the overall customer life cycle or ability to really communicate with your customers once they left the lot. So really wanted to focus specifically on, how do we help give car wash operators these, best-in-class tools to help manage every part of the customer journey. So we sort of started very narrowly focused on what can we do to reduce churn? That was kind of our first foray into the car wash space, and then have expanded from there to be a CRM, a customer relationship management software for all aspects of the membership journey, and which we'll talk about now, also expanding that to be really the entire business in terms of both the retail and the membership component. My two co-founders here in New York, one, Sam, he was a software engineer and had been working kind of integrating modern SaaS software into legacy systems. So he'd be kind of on premise at places like Schlumberger or Lockheed Martin, installing software into their systems. And then my other co-founder, Nick, he's a Stanford master's in CS and worked for several direct-to-consumer software companies. So the three of us teamed up to really try to address what we felt like was a large and growing problem for these operators whose business was doing so well in the driveway, but they were somewhat flying blind outside of that.
All right. So you looked at the car wash market. You obviously identified some solutions that Rinsed can offer. So can you please briefly describe the services that Rinsed is offering to operators, and how is the company unique in the market?
Yeah, so Rinsed is we call ourselves the Car Wash CRM, which is customer relationship management software. So we plug into your existing hardware. We integrate with the top 5 car wash specific point of sale hardwares: DRB, ICS, MicroLogic, Sunny's, and Washify. We pull in all of that transactional information and now make that really actionable for you to segment and message those customers, allow them to easily take action to manage their plans. So that's everything from when somebody's credit card declines, how do I make it really easy for them to know that there's a problem and easily update their payment method? If somebody wants to buy a plan online, how can I make that seamless? A one-page checkout that car washes can embed directly on their website. And then all the other aspects of managing the customer journey, from what does the welcome message look like? What is the experience if they want to quit? Can we offer them a lower price to stay in the membership based on that particular customer and their actions?
All right. It wasn't too long ago that Rinsed announced another series of financing, and that was in 2022. We posted the press release on carwash.com in May 2022. This time a Series A $12 million financing announcement. So for this Series B, financing. Why 20 million? How will the company use the investment to grow and better serve not only existing customers but new customers as well?
Yeah. Our Series A was in December of 2021. The team was about 7 then. I think we served around 300 car washes. We've grown to now serving about 1,500 car washes. The team is 34 of us, and we're really taking this investment to double down in both development and customer success. And as I mentioned, we're trying to expand the scope of our customer relationship management software to include all those retail customers in addition to your memberships. So this has been a big initiative here, and really expanding the surface area of the product so that car wash operators can get the same great personalization and tool set to communicate with their customers at scale for the folks that aren't members. And hopefully that will drive a lot of that future membership revenue.
Obviously, CRM solutions are a factor in other industries, let's say. Obviously, membership is nothing new to customers out there. It's been in the gym industry for several decades, and more recently for streaming services. So customers are used to buying these subscription services and being a member of something at this point. But when you look at the car wash market specifically, Austin, when you and your partners look at the car wash market, what factors are causing such a significant increase in the use of CRM software solutions among car wash operators specifically?
I think firstly, it's just the overall transition to subscription. So whereas it used to be a retail customer that often you wouldn't have contact information on, the fact that when somebody signs up for a subscription, they're often almost always willing to give at least a phone number, if not a phone number and email. Now, how can you use that contact information to create an enduring relationship with that customer, personalize the messages to them, and can that demonstrably increase the lifetime value of that customer, both how long they're going to stay with you and how happy they are about their membership relationship.
All right, understood. Yeah, and now currently working, as the press release noted, with 1,300 car wash locations out there, and managing over 4 million members. Do I have those numbers correct there, Austin?
Yep. Yeah, that's right. I think it's close to 1,500 car wash locations now. So we see over 4.5 million active car wash memberships each month. So we have quite a lot of data on what does churn look like. What's the behavior of these members? And that's really helped us to hone the tools over time. So, when I mentioned, how do we follow up on credit card? What's the right cadence there? What should that messaging be? What's optimal? And we have a lot of data points to go on now to really make the tool as effective as possible.
Sounds good, and growing faster than I can keep up with. Sorry, I didn't mean to shortchange you there on.
No, I think your numbers were exactly what was in the press release, so you're all good.
All right. So, Austin, it's been no secret that businesses, across all industries really, or a lot of industries have been challenged by some headwinds here these last couple of years in the United States, and we've been hearing about whispers of a potential recession for more months than I care to count. We see banks failing now, and bigger banks coming into and the government coming in to rescue some of these smaller banks. So not a lot of good news when it comes to business in America these days. But you're looking at a $12 million investment that we announced last year, and then a $20 million financing this year. So in your opinion, Austin, did the current economic conditions play a factor in securing this round of funding in any way? And then just as a brief follow-up, why are investors and technology companies such as Rinst here so bullish on the car wash market in 2023?
Yeah, well, I think that the macro really, hasn't played a factor here for us. And, we look at this very closely. I think the first things we're going to see would be an increase in credit card churn if there's retail weakness for the underlying consumer, and then also a decrease in the conversion rate of people becoming members in the driveway, neither of which we've seen. In fact, conversion rates have increased. We have seen some weakness on just overall retail volumes, particularly in the fourth quarter, but I was looking a little bit better in the first quarter. So I think that, we think that this overall trend towards subscription just continues to be really strong in the industry. Our car wash partners are on really great footing, and we want to make sure that we can continue to invest in expanding the product for all the opportunity that we see that we can still provide them, particularly around the expanding it to these retail wash customers.
All right, sounds great. Well, big congratulations again, Austin, to you and the team over at Rinsed on this exciting news announcement, and we look forward to tracking your progress here on carwash.com. Thanks for doing this video interview with me today.